We're back. Sorry about that. Day two of the YouTube. We're doing a YouTube monetization. We're talking about a monetization YouTube in 30 days. You want to monetize your YouTube in 30 days? I do too, so let's get crack-a-lacking. Okay, real talk. My bad, y'all. I had to go take my daughter to school. I attempted to record this video at like literally, 4 o'clock this morning? Yeah, that didn't work out. She was not letting me be great. And I had to go take her, like I said, take her to school. So I'm applying more blush because I don't know how my cream blush is just MIA now, but I'm kind of getting into blush more, especially now that I'm realizing my better placement. Like I literally have to apply my blush like dang near right here, almost like a anime filter. Anyway, back on point. Okay, y'all ready? I got my other phone here. I'm whipping out the notes. Oh, somebody email me. Oh shit. Okay. Quick recap. So what's up, y'all? It's your girl. I say that in all my videos. I'm like, what's up, girl? What's up, y'all? It's your girl Star. Back at it again, another video. That's always been like my thing. But day 2, how to monetize your YouTube in 30 days. You ready to get ready? You ready to get why am I so tongue-tied today? I believe in you. Sorry, y'all. It's good morning. I need some coffee. That's really what it is. I need some coffee. Okay. Day 2, monetizing our YouTube in 30 days. Let's get to work. Okay. So, recap over yesterday's video. We went over a few key points. First was making sure that you have a clear title, using a title that's going to attract a specific audience. The title that I've been using, and also shout out to Meta, girl, if you see this, hey girl, has been specifically literally saying monetize your YouTube, or how to monetize your YouTube, or you're going to monetize your YouTube. It's almost like a call to action in a way, but in 30 days. So that's our target audience for the next 30 days. Bing, bow, blam. Making sure if you do have anything in the description or caption, we're keeping it real short and to the point. I personally haven't been using any hashtags or anything like that, but it's only day 2, so we'll see if that changes. Point number 2 is making sure that you provide value in your content. And Meta had highlighted some points about value being like understanding that right now we're in a microwave society. So 1, people's attention spans are shorter, so we need to get to the point. But 2, understanding that everybody has been asking you to pay for things nowadays. And my thing was that I feel as though that as of now, I'm not saying that everybody is broke, but I think that people are more inclined to listen to you put them on game, because you teach a man how to catch a fish and he will eat for a lifetime. And I think people can respect that, respect just the knowledge being told to them, and just people, it makes them feel smarter thinking that, you know, hey, somebody believes in me and my ability to go out here and do something for myself. Regardless if they take the action or not, it's always good to do that. So adding value that way. I'm also taking it more on a spiritual take in regards to just incorporating, you know, visualization, intention setting, petition work, oils, all that stuff. We'll get into that jazz later, but for me, I'm taking this much more to a spiritual perspective, because for me, like I said in the last video, spirituality and poverty do not go hand in hand and don't make no sense. And I just see too many people trying to give out spiritual advice, but their lives don't align with prosperity, consciousness, and abundance. And you can tell by the way that they're living and showing up in the world. Which brings me to my next point. Show up like you looking like something. You gotta walk like money, talk like money, smell like money. Speaking of, this is Jimmy Choo Blossom. I've been liking this. I do wear old lady perfume. I love me some white diamond, and this is probably one of my favorites. Billie Eilish. Of course, I got my Santa Muerte oils and pheromones and stuff like that, and my Abre los Caminos as well. Rolled up in the oils. But those are some things that I do to walk like money, talk like money, set my intentions. As you can see, baby, we did a little curl on the ends today. It fell. Don't worry about all that. That's my business. Oh. She gonna bounce back? I don't know. I already told y'all yesterday. I said I was gonna be giving Velma. That's what I did. Hold on. Let me get my glasses on. Class is in session. Yeah. We got the fit on. I'm showing up. I'm not in I'm no shade 3, but I do, but I'm not in my body, baby. We pulling it together. The fit, the dress, the earrings. Yeah, confidence is key. That was another thing. I saw a lot of ladies complimenting me on, like, I love the confidence exuding through your video. Yeah. You know why I'm confident? Because I feel confident in my appearance. And that just gives me the courage I need to come on here and say what I need to say. Now, I wanted to sit here and say, now that we talked a little bit about the brief overview from yesterday, from the comments, Meta had said, talking about vision board, she was like, I kind of talk about that as well, because I had brought up how every day I look at this picture of 100 bands. You see her. That's mine. Go get you some. Okay. Beep. But yeah, she was talking about how she's probably going to talk about visualization, vision boarding, all that type of stuff. So I say all this to say, I noticed from the video yesterday, within me posting that video within 5 hours, and y'all, I'm going to post a screenshot. Within me posting the video within 5 hours, there was an influx and traction to my page. I got like 5 comments on my video. There was, 5 unique viewers on my page. Interaction, obviously the engagement went up. By me responding to my comments, I noticed that there was even a section there that I never noticed in analytics before, talking about, comments that you have not responded to yet or not seen yet. Point of what I'm trying to say is this leads me into today's video, because we got a little while to talk and chit chat. Okay, today's video we're going to be going over some key points, which would be how to protect the content that we're creating now, i.e. by one of the major things, avoiding copyright. And I also want to talk about analytics. What we're doing right now is setting and building. Yes, we're talking about how to monetize your YouTube, but essentially what we're doing is we're setting a foundation for our new platform. So it's very pertinent that the content that we're putting out is not just of value to your subscribers, but it's of value to you too, because what is the point in sitting down here recording these videos, coming up with these ideas, using your creativity, showing up, putting everything together, and you putting a song behind your video and then your video gets copyrighted, and there's even if you got the watch hours and you got the subscribers, you still would not be able to make money off of that. That is counterintuitive, and we are smart workers, not hard workers. Clock that. Amen. Amen. Okay. So with that being said, that's something that actually happened to me. That was one of my previous mistakes that actually made me very discouraged. I had a few videos and I had videos when I had took like a girls trip to Denver. A few of my videos, I took so much time editing that content and so much effort, and just, I was thinking, music is a way for me to get creative, which we're actually going to talk about that on more of the spiritual tip towards the end. But all my videos, they got flagged for copyright, or they got flagged for copyright like months later or like a year later. That is crazy to me, and that's something that you have to be extremely conscientious of. So if you notice that I don't have videos or music behind my videos right now, that's why. I am not saying it's challenging to find music that is copyright free, but I also want to set the vibe, like I don't feel like it's nothing wrong with just listening to what someone has to say at the same time. Does that make sense? So I have to find that balance. So if you want to include music, that is perfectly fine, but make sure that the music is in fact copyright free, because they're very strict on stuff. Like some things you can't even play like a second or like more than 3 seconds of a sound before they'll flag it for copyright. And especially artists are really, really cracking down on their music now more than ever due to the issue with AI and people just scamming them and using their stuff for free. Yeah, you gotta be conscientious of that. So a point that I wrote down, I was like, imagine that you're literally giving birth to something. Like when you have a baby, even if you never had a child before, that's a 9-month long process, right? And during that process, think of everything that a mother has to not necessarily sacrifice, but do in order to prepare her body for birth. So that is making sure she's eating adequately, taking prenatal vitamins, exercising, no smoking, no drinking, hell, even being monitoring like her sugar, and things like that. So it's the same concept when you're talking about preparing yourself for this next level in your life and elevating your channel and providing quality content. Because for me, it's not necessarily about quantity. Because at first I was thinking to myself like, oh my gosh, I need to be posting 3, 4, 5 times a day. Which, I mean, if I feel inclined to post another video, I will in the day. But it's really about getting these ideas down in a manner, in an order that is quality over quantity, but also protecting what I'm birthing. So not making any clumsy mistakes like copyright issues. Now, also, this brings me directly into analytics, because a rookie mistake that I don't want to say made, but it was something that I allowed to hinder me, was not paying attention to my analytics. And I think that if you are starting from zero, or if you're like me, somebody that has under 100 subscribers, that's something that it's going to be very pertinent for you to pay attention to now. And it's going to be a lot easier to learn about your back end now, because the numbers are a lot smaller than maybe when you get a little bit more overwhelmed and it gets a lot easier for you to miss something. Especially when you're talking about once you grow a brand or you grow a platform, right? And you're looking to obtain, let's say, brand deals. Well, you can create a media kit, right? A media kit is basically your picture, and based off your analytics, it's like you're advocating for yourself, saying this is my watch hours, this is my demographics, this is my engagement, these are my repeat viewers. Like the numbers don't lie. So you're able to come, and that gives you a lot more negotiating, like room for negotiating or negotiation power. And I think that that's something that people overlook when they're talking about YouTube, when they're talking about content creating, because people don't view their platform as a business. They don't view themselves as a business. And my demographics is mostly women. Majority of them are women between the ages of like 24 to 35. And one of the things that I have a mentor that she taught me is that there is a business of being a woman. Like, you being a woman is you being a enterprise solely in itself. So everything that you do, you need to treat it as such. You investing in your hair, you're a business partner with these entities. You investing in your nails, beauty is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Like, you are a part of that. So whatever you do, you need to figure out, how can I recoup the money that I invest yearly, annually, daily, on a daily basis? Even you working in your workplace, you have to think to yourself, how is my business profiting me? How is the business profiting off of me being a woman? Have you ever noticed when you go into most like businesses, who is it that you see as the receptionist? You don't usually see men, you usually see women. Why is that? Women are seen as more meek, docile, approachable, pleasant. Men are usually not too very far behind, but women are usually the gatekeepers and the barriers of entry in the business or workplace. And that is for a reason. Why is it that most people want to do business with men, or they prefer to do business with men who are in fact married versus those who are not married? It's a status symbol. It's a way to show commitment. It's a way to show that you are trustworthy, and vice versa. Women, if you were single, this is a total off-topic tangent, but you have to understand that when you're single, people view you a certain way too, because people view you as like, well, why does a man not want to keep you? But we can get into that another time. Again, all of this though, what I'm talking about, it's data. This is literally data that people are collecting on you. People are observing about you on a daily, which is why I advocate even more for people to create their own spaces, because it gets a lot harder for people to shut you out of your own shit. And I don't know no other way to put that. Okay? When you have your own stuff, you set your own rules, you set your own boundaries. But when you have your own stuff, you have to become a responsible. You have to be a good steward or stewardess over the blessings that are coming to you. Okay? So pay attention and documenting those analytics now, not later. Very, very, very important. And some of the things, and I'll post screenshots somewhere in here, I'll figure it out, where I saw like, that dramatic, that line increase, and I'm up at like 2 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm looking and I'm responding back to these comments, and I'm seeing the feedback, and I'm like, yo, I've had my YouTube channel for what, 4 or 5 years, and I've had videos up for years or months that have not received this level of engagement. And some people will view it as, oh, that's only 5 comments. That's only 10 comments. No, that means something. Because when I looked and I saw where are people seeing my content, most of it was from YouTube search. I have never been under YouTube search before, or for people's, it was mostly under like people's For You pages, but never YouTube search. So that means that phrase, monetization for YouTube, and having that in my title is putting me in the running to play the numbers game, which that's what this all is about. So now that I got my major points that I wanted to hit for today, which recap again, day 1, we talked about title. We talked about making sure short captions. We talked about also not stressing out about, quality of lighting, videos, that type of stuff you can play with. I play with my lighting a little bit different today, and filming on my iPhone 14 versus my 11, which I like a lot better because of the cinematic mode. But neither here nor there. We'll work that out. We talked about that. We talked about adding value. We talked about visualization in regards to, putting out, like, why I sit in front of the mirror is like showing up as the person that I'm becoming now, not later, taking action and just being consistent with that. We're going to see results. And then also another point we made was 20-minute long videos. That was another one we talked about. So today, the main points we wanted to hit on is that understanding that right now we are giving birth to something new, and so we have to protect it and we have to be a good steward of it, in addition to showing up as our higher self. So that's doing things like paying attention to the little details, like avoiding copyright flags, or being flagged for, what do they call it, like questionable behavior or like misinformation and stuff like that. Like, they'll flag you for anything. And especially if we're going for the big, like I'm talking about that in a second, but if we're going for the big kahuna, which is to have that silver play button on the back wall, because I'm gonna put mine right there. It's literally gonna be right here. Yellow. I'm gonna give me a nice bookshelf and everything. It's gonna be super cute. But we're going for the big kahuna. We have to make sure that you have eligible videos within like 6 months and all that other type of stuff. And we talked about me actually seeing results in the work that we've done so far. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna see it from this video as well. And also talked about analytics. Pay attention to your analytics, document your analytics. I don't care if you write them down in a notebook. Maybe even take this time. We talked a little about AI as well in the last video. Maybe taking the time to learn SQL and finding a way to automate that collection of data. Like, that's another thing to think about as well. Just staying up to date and staying current with your skills, not just with digital marketing, but also with what do they call that? Data analysis, right? That's what you're literally analyzing data. So putting that in a visual format, even with Tableau, like, that's another way to monetize your skills. So not just monetize your YouTube, but also creating creating skills that you can monetize outside of YouTube as well. This is another way that I'm adding value. So if you like this, don't forget to like, comment, just, you know, share. If you want to subscribe, you can, but comment. I really want to hear your feedback if you like these type of videos. So going into, because we're about to hit that 20-minute mark, going into this last part, this is going to be strictly for my spiritual girlies. Okay, not everybody is spiritual, but I am. So these are some things that I'm doing to help assist myself in the work that I'm doing. One, I am writing my petitions. I have been writing my petitions. I like to write mine on brown paper bag, just some old type stuff. If you know, you know. If you don't know, ask and I'll tell you. I prefer to write mine either in black ink or with a number 2 pencil, and I write it in black on a black pencil. So it's a number 2 pencil, but this is a black. It's not just like a regular. It's a wooden pencil, but it's the color black for a reason. Black symbolizes the void. It's almost like going into the womb space and creating what you want. Like I told you, this is just like we're giving birth, and so think of that as this, like this is the womb and we're building a new baby with this. So we're being very cognizant of what we're writing, being very specific. I'm being very specific in the intentions that I'm setting for protection over my channel. Setting intentions for the type of people that I want to be attracted to my videos. I want happy people. I want positive people. I want engaging people. I want people that are serious about their craft, their work, their business, their life. That is the type of community that I am creating here. So those are the type of things that I'm setting intentions to with. I will use, you know, my oils. This is a Santa Muerte oil, but I also have a Abre los Caminos as well. I will take my oil and I will write a sigil on my paper. So for instance, this is something that I learned from a teacher of mine, is to transmute negative energy into profit. So I literally have a sigil that's I think what is the saying? The saying is, your projection of rejection is my profit. I'm gonna say it again. Your projection of rejection is my profit, or you can say I transmute into profit. I find that, especially when you say that you do YouTube, or that you want to do YouTube, or anything that you want to do, people will project their fears onto you as to why they think it won't work for you. As if we gave a damn about what they had to say anyway. Why would I, and why would you, if you knew what was good for you, why would you take advice from anybody who is not where you want to be in life? So if a person who doesn't want to have a YouTube, doesn't see the value in having a YouTube, wants to knock you for you wanting to have a YouTube and you seeing the value in yourself and your YouTube, do you see how the math ain't math in there? So what you do is, I don't care what people think. Well, for me, I believe that people unintentionally can send you negative energy. People unintentionally can work to subconsciously hinder you and will, like I said, attempt to project that fear onto you. So that's how we're going ahead and nip that in the bud with a quick, fast, and hurry, because I ain't got time to be playing no games. Every time somebody tries to project their rejection fears onto me, another subscriber, another dollar in my bank, another $100 in my bank account, another brand deal, another opportunity, or even transmute it into your beauty. My skin gets clearer. I lose another pound for every negative thought that comes my way. Ozempic for what? Hello, I'm just saying. Also, scent. Like I said, scent is another thing, you know, setting the mood for what you want to do. And also altar work. So keeping your altar fresh. I've been praying every day, 2 times a day, specifically setting intentions for my success, my prosperity, and for my money. Again, the whole point of this is to what? Make money. Money is not evil. Money is not the root of all evil. It is not bad for you to have money. It is not bad for you to want to create more ways for you to make money. Yeah. I don't even think I need to explain that, but especially for my spiritual girlies, I will find that like people want to equate, again, spirituality and poverty just don't go together. I don't know why people think that because you're spiritual that you gotta be broke. How you gonna buy offerings if you ain't got no money, baby? Your spirits like liquor and they like coffee, and you can't even afford a bag of Folgers or some Cafe Bustelo. Child. Anyway, can't even afford the ingredients to make your own Florida water, even if you wanted to. That don't even, my ancestors worked too hard to get me to where I am today for me to sit up here and talk about something I broke. I'm sorry. Maybe you can do that. I don't even want, matter of fact, no. If you in my space, you can't do that. We ain't going for that. So anyway, like I said, those are some things too. But I also wanted to tell y'all, these are some things that I'm also doing. I am going to be making rose oil, coffee oil, and some tobacco oil. Why is this, you may say? I work with Santa Muerte. Tobacco oil is pretty self-explanatory. That's like one of her favorite offerings. I am not a smoker anymore. And also I take a medication where I can't smoke. So that's going to be a way for me, especially when I want to invoke like Niña Dorada for specific things and time frames and stuff like that. That's going to be a way for me to give offerings. But also, rose is literally one of the highest vibrating plants that you can that are there. So it's going to be used to anoint my petitions, anoint my body, anoint my mind, anoint everything, because in addition to her also loving roses, that also will increase your frequency. You can even use dried rose petals for those that are like, maybe some of my followers who are like, or subscribers, excuse me, who are maybe Catholic, or if you're Catholic, you know you can make a rosary out of dried rose petals. Maybe that's something that I could show y'all how to do, but it's really, really cool. It takes some time. It takes a good while, but it's really, really dope. And then lastly, coffee. If you want something done quickly, expeditiously, and no time wasted, coffee. Don't ask no questions. Coffee, coffee, coffee. Coffee is a stimulant. It is an accelerant. What happens when you drink a cup of coffee? It's like yak. You like, got to get to work. You know what I'm saying? It's like coffee, fire energy, speed. Let's get to the point. It's a great offering. It's an accelerant. Mix it with a little bit of cinnamon. And if you really feeling like, you know what I'm saying, depending on if you want to put this on your body or not, throw a little bit of cayenne in there. Now, I wouldn't suggest putting a lot, but you know what I'm saying, throw a little pepper in there if you want to use it as also like a protection oil, almost like a wall of fire type of ordeal. That's me personally. What's on my nose, y'all? Is that no, that's not a booger. That's like lint. Oh my gosh. I wonder if I have lint on here. Anyway, coffee. I love the smell of coffee. I personally will just be making like coffee and some cinnamon. And you literally just put them in a glass jar and make sure that your glass is clean. I prefer using oils like grapeseed oil, jojoba oil, moringa oil. Moringa is a little bit pricier. You can use olive oil as well, but I find that jojoba and grapeseed are clear, so it just looks a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. You're gonna jar them bad boys up. You're gonna light candles over them, and you're gonna pray over them. I actually be making them, and I will be praying over them for the duration of this whole 30-day commencement process. Like, I'm doing it tonight. I meant to do it last night, but I'm gonna do it tonight. We have a full moon going on. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, if you work with the moon and all type of stuff, do as you please with that. I ain't really too much of a moon girly. Like, if it happens, it happens. But I'm not one of them. I'm not one of them. My intentions is enough. Hello. God is good. But yeah, I'll be doing that, praying over it, lighting my candles, staying on top of it. And that way, by the time, you have to think, energy, it's like emotion is nothing but energy and motion. So you gotta think, by the time I get done with this, all that energy, all that prayer, all that positivity, all that action that I've been taking each and every single day to show up and show out, imagine what that, now I'm gonna carry that on to my next endeavor. So yeah. And lastly, vision boarding. Like, yeah, shout out to Meta. Vision boarding is a great way to do it, but I also would say Pinterest. So for me, like, I'm manifesting a Lexus. I'm not afraid to say it. I want a Lexus. I haven't decided specifically what Lexus yet, but I would literally go to Pinterest, okay? This is what I would do. I would go to Pinterest, and like for me, silver play button. And I would literally put that as your screensaver on your phone. And so every time you look at your phone, it's a visual representation of your goal. It's literally reaffirming what you want. You know what I'm saying? Like, and imagine this being your hand. Like, I even would probably go as far to say black girl holding a silver play button. That's how I would do it, or even have something like that. You know, put in and save that as my screensaver. So every time I click on my phone, boom, that's what I'm seeing. And I mean, this person, their name is Jenny, but imagine it's your name. You know what I'm saying? That's the same thing if you want to lose weight. I would put, if I want to drop down to 150 pounds, I will put this image of the scale on my screensaver. So that's just the way that I do it.